Hey everybody, it's Josh. Just basically in my backyard, let my pups run around here. We got a park, they put a dog park back in here, so just opened up about a week or so ago. I want to thank you all for the prayers, the kind words. Yesterday was just, it was something else. I don't even have the words to describe it. I was spiritually attacked, possibly more than ever before. I went to, well, let's kind of build the scene for it, okay? Been dealing with non-stop traumas and tragedies for a long time. Most of it has to do with, obviously, my health, but my parents' health most of all. My mother is paralyzed from a stroke. My dad he's about to have his third heart surgery, maybe fourth, maybe it might be his fourth heart surgery. I should know that. But some of the things were little minor things. That's coming up early next week, so I'll be going up for that. But for me and my family, we lived in a constant state of fear, of anger, frustration. We felt like we were cursed non-stop. So when I was saved, obviously for me, everything changed completely. But for my family, some of them were comforted by my words, but it only takes so far when it doesn't happen to you. When it is just your experience, people start to doubt. People start to doubt even when it is your experience. So you can't get frustrated when someone doesn't see what you're trying to tell them. You can't get frustrated that they don't understand the peace. They don't understand the love that has been poured into your heart. So they will still be slipping back, just like we all are. We're all being pulled back like a tug of war into the darkness. As for me, I obviously win a lot more than I lose that battle, because the Holy Spirit is my defender, wraps me in the armor of God. As for someone who hasn't been saved, they might have faith, but they're just lukewarm Christians. They don't understand. So as soon as I got up yesterday, every single person I talked to, in person and on the phone, family, friend, or stranger, they were all in a bad mood. But I started getting just screamed at. I mean, people were, it wasn't like, they were possessed. They were possessed. And they've been possessed for a long time. Just as I was, just as many of you were or are, don't even know it. It's not like, it's something we all deal with because we invite it in. When we engage in the comforts and the desires of this world, we are opening ourselves up to darkness. We are dead in our sin. We are slaves to the sin. We are wrapped in chains so tightly that it just suffocates us eventually. And we scream and we yell like little children, scared children, trying to just free ourselves. But I had, by the second or third example of the just crazy spiritual attack, I was on the phone. I'm not going to name any names because that doesn't do anybody any good. But I was on the phone and just nonstop screaming, just screaming. And I felt the weight of it because I'd given into it once already. I'd given into it and yelled back once and then just left where I was. You know, I just couldn't just not do anything because of pride, because of the sin of pride. So I yelled back. I knew I was in the right. I knew I was not. I knew I was. I still know I am, but it does not matter. Because once you retaliate, once you get that retaliation, then it just opens yourself up to it. It opens yourself up to flood that darkness in, just like I was saying with taking comfort of in this world. So I screamed back. I let the darkness in just for a minute or two. And then I left, and I was talking to God. I was asking him, please, to just guide me. And then I was on the phone, and the screaming was just, it was demonic. It was truly demonic. I had to go into a store. I couldn't bring myself to even go in. I had to go to my holy land. I had to go to where God saved me. And once again, I went out and threw myself at Christ's feet. And once again, this broken man was mended by Christ and the Holy Spirit. When I recorded the last two videos I posted, I was there, and I was just in the midst. I had to turn my phone off for a little over an hour because I was getting mean, awful texts. I mean, it was demonic. And this is the kind of spiritual war we're dealing with now, everyone. We're dealing with, Darlene on there, you were talking about it. TJ, I know, brother, you've talked about it. It is a spiritual war that is unlike anything we've ever seen. And if we keep on giving in, if we keep on seeking retaliation, we keep on saying, I'm the one in the right, why shouldn't I be able to fight back? Or just in a bad mood and just lashing out without coming back saying, please forgive me, I'm sorry I yelled at you, or I'm sorry that I made you angry, or just saying I love you. If we don't do that, then we are not expelling that demon. And it will get worse, so much worse. So, I've never been attacked like that, and I've had some bad attacks. And I've had that in the past where I didn't know how to deal with it. But God used that as a teachable moment. He comes and he shows me, this is what you do when you are overwhelmed by the enemy. When the demons just outnumber you and you are no match. You come and you throw yourself at my feet. And I, the Lord, the author of life, will fix everything. I will steel you for this battle. I will make all the tragedies manageable. I will bring you peace of heart and peace of mind. And so that was my powerful message yesterday. And at the very end of my second video, when I finally was walking back, he'd already healed my heart. And at the very end of that video, in the last minute or two, like right around the 16-minute mark, I think it was, he came to me powerfully once again in a strong gust of wind that came from the same exact place the Holy Spirit came from on the day I was saved. And I'll tell you, brothers and sisters, I went from certain defeat to certain victory. I was purified, mind, body, and soul. And sure, not everything is ever going to be perfect. That's the problem with war. It is a drag. And if you don't have the patience, if you don't have the endurance that the Holy Spirit brings you, well, it's not going to be pretty. But I just figured I'll let my old pups run around for a minute. They're already pretty much tired. One dog was digging a hole to lay in, so that's my cue to go. I'm going to do a longer video probably later, or another video on kind of the same similar subject, but I love you all. God bless you. Talk to you soon.